Well, here's my latest DIY project, and what it is, it's a plinth from a Thorens TD165 turntable, which were they were actually vinyl veneered, and this particular one that I got had the veneer was peeling and didn't look very good. So what I've done is I've stripped off all the old veneer, which you can see here, and taken it down to basically the basic press board that it is. And I purchased this stuff here at Canadian Tire, which is a Style Tech adhesive wrap in red, because I thought it'd look kind of funky in red. And what I'm going to do is attempt to re-veneer this, or vinyl wrap this, I guess is a proper term, with this 3M vinyl wrap that I got from Canadian Tire. So what I've got for tools, I've got a long straight edge because I want to be able to cut little pieces to conform to all of the sides and the top. I've left the vinyl veneer on top here because it looks relatively unscathed and should look nice. And so the tools are basically just a good razor knife, and the veneer itself, or the wrap itself, a long straight edge, and a heat gun that I got. So we'll see how it works and report on updates as I proceed. So what I ended up doing is I put a couple little marks here, one you can see there and one there, and it basically conforms to this spot right here. But what I did was I added a few millimeters on each end, as well as widthwise and down here as well, just because when you I guess heat gun it on, I don't know if it stretches, or it's better to actually go beyond the borders and then just trim it down, as what I've been seeing on YouTube videos. So that's what I'm going to attempt here. So I've got my marks here, and then I'll just take my straight edge and basically draw a line and make a cut, and then I will put the adhesive on and heat gun it on, and then trim it down and see how it looks. You make out the line, but I've added another tool to my ensemble, and it's a scissor, rather than just using a razor knife. I'm just going to cut it out because it is extra wide and extra long. So we'll try that and see how it turns out. All right, here we have my first ever attempt at doing a vinyl veneer, or vinyl wrap, I guess they call it, is the proper term. So I bought a TD165 turntable, and the veneer on it's actually a vinyl veneer, so it was the cheap version of the plinth they have for the TD165, because there's one with a wood veneer and one with the vinyl veneer. This was the vinyl veneer, and the vinyl was all peeling. So I peeled off all the remainder of the veneer, and I got myself some wrap from Amazon.ca. Actually, no, I got this stuff at Canadian Tire. I've got some from Amazon on order, particularly for my plinth my turntable top plate. That's not here yet. So I had this red stuff that I bought at Canadian Tire in the auto section, and with a heat gun, I basically veneered this bad boy. Lots of learning curves on the first time around. Because I pulled the veneer off of this one, it left the actual rough press board exposed. So you'll find that the surface is a little bit lumpy, which actually to good effect. At first I was going to take it all off and then redo it and smooth it down and everything, but I kind of like the look of it. Like I say, this is my first attempt, so corners I got pretty good, and then of course on the bottom it wraps around quite nicely, so you can still get the bottom board on. And what I did was I left it overtopped the holes here for the dust cover, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to go with the stock dust cover or I'm going to put a aftermarket one like I have on my other turntable. So it'd be very easy to just pop in the dust cover holder and pop those in through the vinyl. So for a first shot, I'm uber impressed. I probably won't use this. It was just an experiment, really. I do have a nicer veneer. Again, vinyl veneer for my other turntable, because I replaced that plinth with a black walnut one. So on the second turntable, I'm just using the better of the two plinths. Now I'm not sure which one's better. But it actually has the smooth veneer, and it's actually in really good shape. So if I were to wrap that one, it would actually be much smoother, and you wouldn't have sort of that lumpy look that you get with this one. So anyway, I'm very, very happy with it. I suggest that anybody who wants to upgrade their turntable and make it look a little more retro in this modern era, this is certainly one way to do it. So thanks for watching. It's another DIY project by DJ Navy Diver. So here's my next project. If anybody recognizes that, that's the faceplate of a quad 44 preamp. That's my other project, which is ongoing, which is to rebuild and modify a old TD 165 that I've managed to acquire. There's the faceplate over there. Anyway, or the top plate. So anyway, I've got this faceplate from my quad 44. There's my quad 44, and as you can see, it does not color match the other two components, which were made later than this version. There were two versions of each made. One was the gray, or the newest were the gray finished ones, which you see top and bottom, and then the middle one was the sort of olive drab, and then if you look at the back, brown case, which of course don't match. So I tried to order a gray one from a company over in Europe called Dada Electronics, and they sent me the wrong one, and so needless to say, I wasn't happy. So my options are either repaint this, which I've been considering to match the newer ones, or I was actually thinking of going Austin Powers and doing a vinyl wrap and doing the British flag, because I've also got the back part, which they sent wrong as well. So I'm thinking of doing a vinyl wrap like I did with with my the plinth, older plinth of the TD 165 turntable, which you see over here. That's the newer plinth that I popped it in because it was in better condition. And we'll see how this looks in the British flag colors, or I may just go funky colors or something like that, or try to match the old gray. Still playing with ideas. So there you have it. That's the next project that I have on the go.